I'm gonna try to remove some noise. Da 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 da. This. Drag it in. That's not working. Where's the timeline? Give me a timeline. Sequence file, new sequence. Da 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 da. Sure. Pull this in. Keep existing settings. Existing settings are 1920 by 1080. So should be able to go to samples, watermark. Those are not in there. They're going to be in images, watermark. Alright, so I had written the timestamps previously, but let me see if I can do the audio.
It seems to me that
right about here.
The only thing I would mention.
here's kind of my underlying point to why I'm asking that question. It seems to me that here's kind of my underlying
right here. Cut all that off.
Here's kind of my underlying point to
Let's go to effects, noise denoiser.
That we as Christians need to really have a strong awareness
Crank
that liability
the reduction down
is one of the
offset
major
up.
motivations of the medical field.
It's already
for how
taken
they
away a lot,
respond
so
in
put in
treatment.
dynamics.
That's true. In other words, they've got to cover themselves.
Put on
If somebody's got an issue and then they die or they harm themselves or whatever, what the medical doctor told them to do about their issue, you know, somebody's going to say, you know, we're going to sue you because, you know, you told me I needed exercise, you know, that made it worse.
Wow,
you know, exercising or thinking about exercising depressed me more, you know, or whatever. And we as Christians need to be really aware that, you know, I have lots of friends that are in the medical field. Many people in the medical field have their hands tied by litigation. Like, they've got to really be careful that they don't get sued. Let me give you, for instance, my dad had breast cancer more than 10 years ago. And, you know, it was fast-growing, happened quickly. He had it removed, and when they removed it, they did a series of tests, and they said, it appears we got it all. Didn't spread, didn't go anywhere else. It appears we got it all. And we're going to start your radiation treatments next week, and we're going to consult about chemotherapy and so forth. He went in for his first radiation treatment, and he didn't want to do radiation. He asked his doctor, he said, well, if the tests say that you got 100% of the cancer, so you remove the tissue around it, the tests say you got 100% of the cancer, what's the radiation?
Multi-band compressor.
You know, and the doctor said, well, you know, it is preventative. In other words, in case you were to get cancer or maybe have something we don't know about, it would kill the cancer. And my dad said, what are the side effects of it? Or he said, my dad said, what are the chances if I didn't take radiation that the cancer would recur? And he said something like 10%. And he said, what are the side effects of radiation? And he said, well, it gives you a 25% higher likelihood of getting a different kind of cancer. Now, there's two reasons why the doctor is prescribing radiation and telling my dad he needs.
Oh, something's wrong with the size of this. That is weird. Let me try file new sequence. Didn't I just do this? I did this. Why doesn't this fit the screen? Yeah, it doesn't fit the screen for some reason. Okay. So this one's gotta come in about there, and then raise it up some. Oh, not too much. What is going on with this? Oh, I know why. I'm at 75%. I need to fit that in there. My thing was at the wrong percentage. Okay, problem solved. There we go, just a little 225.5 is fine. 225.
But the number 2 one is, if he doesn't do follow-up treatment, then we're going to come back and say, he had cancer and you never, they got about 30% wear, you know. You go in there, response to get you out of there because they're too busy with big incidents, you know. And so, we just, well, that took a long time. Thing that'll help me.
Alright, that one's done. The other section is down here towards the end.
Well, Jesus said that he's going to be with me to the end of the world. So if we're not, if I don't have another person that I feel that is backing me, or you might legitimately, who cares? That really isn't true.
Say nobody cares. You know, park on that one for a second. It's incredible how many people say nobody cares. But the problem is that if they were to say this statement accurately, what it really means is nobody I care about cares. Park on that one for a second. It's incredible. You know, park on that one for a second.
Yeah, anything you can do is, there is no hope. One of which is, I'm on, okay, so depression tells, okay, some foundational beliefs. Okay, so depression tells 3 lies. One of which is, I'm all alone. Okay, so depression tells foundational beliefs. Positive thinking. Okay, some positive thinking. 3 lies. One of which is no hope. God's word pretty much refused hope. Well, Jesus said that he's going to be with me to the end of the world. So if we're not, if I don't have another person that I feel that is backing you, or you might legitimately not have anybody else backing you, you have the Holy Spirit of God, you have Jesus with you, and you have his word. Nobody cares. That really isn't true. There is somebody out there. No one lives until something. Nobody dies until they're self. There is somebody. You might not be aware. They might not make that known to you, but there are people that do care. And yes,
You know, park on that one for a second. It's incredible.
Nobody cares. That really isn't true. There is somebody out there. No one lives until something. Nobody dies until they're self. There is somebody. You might not be aware. They might. There is no hope. None of these are true. God's word pretty much refused that. I am all alone. Well, Jesus said that he's going to be with me to the end of the world. So if we're not, if I don't have another person that you have his word. Nobody cares. That really isn't true. There is somebody out there. No one lives until something. Nobody dies until they're self. There is somebody. You might not be aware. They might not make that known to you, but there are people that do care. Tells 3 lies. One of which is, I'm all alone. 2, nobody cares. And there is no hope. There is no hope. None of these are true.
Whoops. Let's take out this, because it's just the same screen. What just happened there? this little magnet needs to be on, so I'm cutting things wrong.
True. There is somebody you might not be aware, they might not. True. There is somebody you might not be aware, they might not make that known to you, but there are people that do care. And yes.
You know, park on that one for a second. It's incredible.
Yes.
You know,
Take that out to here.
None of these are true.
you know, park on that one for a second.
None of these are true.
You know, park on that one for a second. It's incredible how many people say nobody cares. But the problem is that if they were to say this statement accurately, what it really means is nobody I care about cares.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's go to my maybe it's in my samples intro. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Short and sweet. Let's try that.
True.
That. Crossfade these. That.
True.
This can actually come down to right here. This can come here.
You know, park on that one for a second. It's incredible how many people.
True.
You know, park on that one for a second.
That can come here.
They're true.
It's incredible how many people.
This can go here. This can go here.
These are true.
This can go here.
True.
It's incredible how many people say nobody cares. It's incredible how many people say nobody cares.
Simply not. You're acknowledging now the fact that, hey, there's worth in my life.
To right here.
Which means that, you know, I devalue these people. It's kind of an insult, oftentimes.
Boom to there. Boom to there. This, where's my outro? This one can go here at the end.
That matters to me cares, which means that oftentimes. I don't care if church people care.
Let's throw a adjustment layer on it. The adjustment layer will have fast color corrector. Grab my white print, put it on his tie. Pump up the saturation to 120-ish. Pop the mids to like 1.2. Brights up a little bit. Darks down a little bit. Maybe bright mids up a little more because he's silhouetted from the light in the background, or not necessarily silhouetted, but the camera exposure is off because of the light coming through the window. On sharp mask, we could slap on here. On sharp mask, where is it? Somewhere down here. Put that at about 70 and maybe 3. Takt times can come in about here. Takt times can actually be watermark. Since there's so much headroom, the Takt times logo can actually be on the top instead of the bottom.
My focus is oftentimes, I've seen that just so many times. If you want people who don't care to care, so what they oftentimes mean is, I don't care if church people.
See if I can get a de-hummer on here. Delay de-hummer. I don't know if this is going to do anything.
So what they oftentimes mean is, I don't care if church people care. I don't care if Christian friends care. I don't care if the person near me, I want the world to care. Or I want, I want this person I want to be in a relationship with to care. Things that are wrong. And oftentimes, that's the diagnostic of the nobody cares. It's like nobody that, and then there's nobody I care about cares. Is what it really means, which really means that I selfishly am the one who don't care about the right kind of people. My focus is oftentimes, I've seen that just so many times in pastoral ministry, and nobody that matters to me cares, which means that, I devalue these people. It's kind of an insult, oftentimes. I've many times said, well, I care. I'm here, I'm investing in your life, we're talking about it, or whatever.
I don't notice a big difference with that plugin. Let me try the denoiser one more time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, nobody, and they, the people they want.
Denoiser on top of the denoiser, see what happens.
Want to care, don't. In other words, if you want people who don't care to care, so what they oftentimes mean is, I don't care if church people care. I don't care if Christian friends care. I don't care if the person near me, I want the world to care. Or I want,
No, denoiser's not doing anything extra.
Nobody cares. It's like nobody that, and then there's nobody I care about cares.
So maybe add a little reverb.
Is what it really means, which really means that I selfishly.
That's too much reverb, so bring it down to like 30% maybe. Take off the low damp.
So what they oftentimes mean is, I don't care if church people care. I don't care if Christian friends care. I don't care if the person near me, I want the world to care. Or I want, I want this person I want to be in a relationship with to care. Things that are wrong. And oftentimes, that's the diagnostic of the nobody cares. It's like nobody that, and then there's nobody I care about cares. Is what it really means, which really means that I selfishly am the one who don't care about the right kind of people. My focus is oftentimes, I've seen that just so many times in pastoral.
Well, let me check for a short video length, 1 minute. This video is actually just a little more than a minute.
Christian friends care.
No, this is a little over a minute. 30.
You know, I don't care if the person near me is what it really means, which really means that I selfishly don't care. Nobody that matters to me cares, which means that,
Right here.
you know, I devalue these people. It's kind of an insult. I devalue these people. It's kind of an insult. Often. Which means that, you know, I devalue these people. It's kind of nobody that matters to me cares. Nobody that matters to me cares, which means that, you know, I devalue these people. It's kind of an insult. I devalue these people. It's kind of an insult. People. It's kind of an insult. Oftentimes. It's kind of an insult. Oftentimes. Kind of an insult. Oftentimes.
That can come here. This video can go.
Incredible how many people say nobody cares.
This can go here. This can go here. This can come up. This, whoops. This one. This one we can do a multi-band compressor on and put something like film mastering and then drop this down to like -19.
Who don't care about the right kind of people, you know. You know, I devalue these people. It's kind of an insult. Oftentimes. I mean, like, you know, nobody, and they, you know.
Okay, this right here can get cut and faded for volume. This volume, since it's so low, can come up.
I don't care if church people care. I don't care if Christian friends care. You know, I don't care. What it really means is nobody I care about cares. Say nobody cares. You know, so what they oftentimes mean is, you know, I don't care if church people care. I don't care if Christian friends care.
A little loud, maybe -9.
You know, I don't care if the person near me, you know, I want the world to care. Or I want, you know, I want.
Actually, if I throw a, actually let me undo that volume really quick and put an EQ on there and put this EQ at like 1940 sound.
What they oftentimes mean is, you know, I don't care if church people care. I don't care if Christian friends care. You know, I don't.
It's cleaner, it took out the bass.
Relationship with. Is what it really means, which really means that I selfishly am the one who don't care about the right
Let me try it on here to see what this sounds like.
kind of people. You know, my focus is oftentimes.
Sounds better without it.
I've seen that just so many times in pastoral. That's the diagnostic of the nobody. Sometimes, you know, that's the diagnostic of the nobody cares. It's like nobody that, you know, and then there's nobody I care about cares. Is what it really means, which really means that I selfishly, so many times in pastoral ministry, you know, and nobody that matters to me cares, which means that, you know, I devalue these people. It's kind of an insult, oftentimes.
All right, this can go here. This can come here. Actually, we'll put a little space between the two. This is one of them. Actually, we'll put a little more space between the two. That's one. That's one. This logo can actually come over here with the adjustment layer. This ending can come over here.
Here's kind of my underlying point to why I'm asking that question. It seems to me that we as Christians need to really have a strong awareness
This one can go
that
away.
liability
The bottom one, go away.
is one of the major answers. That's half life. If you get well, we need to be aware of liability. I want to prescribe something for me because it's the only thing that'll help me. They just, we're going to treat everything. My dad's been 12 years with cancer-free. Just had a.
All right, this one is one. I'm gonna export it out. A lie that nobody cares. Cue it. I have to go to work now, so I don't have time to do. This one's pretty much done. It just doesn't have music in it, but I don't really have time to sit there put like 7 minutes worth of music in here.
Just for your safety, didn't go anywhere else in the spirit.
And so this one was called Should Christians Go to the Doctor? Oh, I have the wrong settings on. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up. Have the wrong settings on here.